Hi, welcome to the program. It's the Ron Van Dam Show. I am Ron Van Dam. How are you? I haven't been doing this for quite some time because I was busy doing nothing. So now I'm not busy doing nothing, so I have the time to do nothing and to do this. So thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. By the way, I'm still a little bit nervous about this whole distancing thing. So would you mind just getting a little further away from the TV set, please? Further back, please. No, more. That's good. I'm practicing distancing even on television. That's how complete I am in the things that I do. You have the Zoom thing. Are you familiar with Zoom? I think it used to be, it wasn't that a kids' TV show where kids were just zooming all over the place doing activities? Now there's a Zoom app. You're probably familiar with it because everybody's using it for various reasons for school and work and all that. And it's like when you're at, you can have like a number of people, like 3, 4, 5 people. And it's like the Brady Bunch screen. There's like boxes, it's a story of a man named Brady, that thing. That makes me nervous because that's not social distancing because the boxes are like all close together. And the boxes shouldn't be that close together. I want that box distanced from the screen even. I don't even want it that close. Yeah, I'm just gonna, we're gonna get through this. Let's just do it right. And I'm telling kids, I used to say to kids on Halloween, wear your mask. I don't want to see your face. When you come to my door collecting candy on Halloween, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're the neighbor, somebody who lives somewhere else. I don't care. Cover your face. Wear a mask. I'll give you candy. Let's not have a conversation. Let's not. Well, hi, little child. What are you supposed to be? And where do you live? No, that's not supposed to happen. Halloween is wear a mask, just anonymously take the candy and get the hell off my property. Well, I'm so lovable. And now I'm telling everybody to wear a mask, oddly enough, you wear a mask and you wear a mask and you wear a mask. I guess for Halloween, you can be more creative and wear the whole mask. You can, anyway, wear a mask. My God, just is it so much to ask? Is that so hard to do? Wear a mask. Come on, man. If you wore a mask, everything would be fine. I get so upset when I see videos and YouTubes and the news stories of people on boats huddled together and on the beach, like right next to each other. And oh my God, come on, use your brains. Anyway, welcome to the program. How are you? How are you feeling? Good to be with you. This is a lovely, lovely town that we live in. Easton, is that it? Easton, that's right. Anyway, I'll tell you a funny story, and I don't want to name the store particularly because it's not a good idea, but I'll tell you, it's a furniture store. I'm going to tell you a story about a furniture store. It's called Something's Furniture. It's off of Route 24 in Avon. They sell furniture. It's a furniture store. The name of the furniture store begins with a J and it ends with an Ordens. So I don't know if you're familiar. Anyway, I don't want to mention the name. I don't want to mention the name. A lovely marketing. You walk in the place, you feel like you're in an amusement park or something. Really, really nice. If you walk in the door and you go to the right, there's something there called the sleep lab, and I go there sometimes just when I want to laugh at people because it is just so inanely stupid to me. If it wasn't for George Washington, we wouldn't be selling mattresses on his birthday. I'm serious. That's the big mattress holiday is George Washington's birthday sale. So, he was the first president of the United States, but to us, you're only good for getting mattresses at a lower price. That's really all you're good for. And I don't know what the connection is, mattress sales to George Washington. I don't get that connection. Maybe it's because George Washington slept around a lot. He did sleep around. When you go to various hotels, it says George Washington slept here. It's like, whoa, George got around. Was he president, or did he just like go to hotels all the time? Is that all he did? George Washington was our first president, for those of you that aren't going to school for a while. He had wooden teeth. That could pose some problems for people, but he had the wooden teeth. I don't know if that's a myth or whether, all the things in history are kind of myths. Have you found out, all the history books is like, well, these are wonderful little stories you're telling, but now we're finding out they're not exactly accurate. So they're nothing but like just good stories that we heard about things that happened in the past, probably. George Washington, I don't know if he had wooden teeth or not. I wasn't around. I think I was busy that day. I don't know. I didn't see George. He crossed the Potomac River. Good. That's nice. He did a lot of things. He did a lot of sleeping and a lot of crossing and a lot of dental work. And then there's something about a cherry tree. I guess he chopped down the cherry tree. I guess he was in a fit of rage or passion or something at one point, or maybe he ran out of hotels to sleep in. I don't know, but he chopped down the cherry tree as a kid. I believe he was a kid. And his father, you can't tell if it was a boy or girl because they wore those wigs then. I mean, men wore wigs, powdered wigs and things like, they did. They wore wigs and makeup, and they put dimples on their face. Things were a little screwy. In England, if you go to a courthouse in England, they wear wigs, white wigs. The attorneys do. I don't know what's wrong with those people. I have no idea why they do that. I didn't think drinking too much tea could actually mentally affect you, but apparently it does. Whew. Anyway, so George Washington, as a kid, he chopped down the cherry tree, and I guess his father said to him, George, did you chop down the cherry tree? Because we have photos. And George said, Dad, I cannot tell a lie. I did chop down the cherry tree. And before you knew it, he was president. Yeah. I wish we had a president now that would admit to chopping down the cherry tree, if you know what I mean. So George Washington, very prolific in all those senses, and yet all we remember him for is the fact we're going to buy a lower priced mattress if we can on his birthday. I don't know. I mean, that's no legacy. What I know, like, what if, like, when I pass away, people say, "Oh, it's Ron's birthday. Let's go buy pencils." What connection does Ron have to pencils? I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going into this furniture place in Avon, and I walk in there, and they're selling mattresses. Most furniture places do sell mattresses, and it's a big ticket item. It's not a bad deal. So you walk in there, and the first thing I was greeted by this man who was wearing a lab coat, and I thought, oh my goodness, they're doing virus testing now just to get into the furniture store. He said, no. He says, welcome to Blank Furniture. This is our sleep lab mattress area. You're looking for a mattress? I said, well, I suppose so. Do you have any? He said, yes, this is our mattress area. It's our sleep lab. He's wearing a lab coat. And I said to him, am I interrupting you, or are you working on some type of vaccine? What's with the lab coat? I'm not getting the connection between salespeople wearing lab coats and mattresses. I'm not quite getting the significance of those two things. So he says, well, we're sleep lab technicians. I said, no, you're not. You're not sleep lab technicians. You're a bunch of salespeople who were told to put on lab coats. What are you doing? You're not sleep lab. Did you go to school for this? Do you have some type of a bachelor's degree or anything, a master's in sleep technology or something? What's the deal? Are you an expert in sleep apnea? Are you saving lives in that sense? What are you doing? No, I'm just a salesperson wearing a lab coat. Yes, that's exactly all you are. I couldn't stop from laughing at him, and he kind of knew why I was laughing. I found the whole view to be so absurd. Here is a room with like 30 different mattresses in it. Looks like a gigantic mass hotel room. And and amongst all these beds are like 4 or 5 salespeople walking around in lab coats. And I'm thinking, this is probably the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Are you doing this for my ironic pleasure? Or are you serious? Are you serious? You seriously think you're lab technicians? Yes, we're sleep experts. We also are salespeople. I don't know. Then they bring me over to a machine, and the machine is supposed to help me find the perfect mattress. But it's not just a machine. They've actually named it. They gave it a name. They couldn't call it Bob because that's a different store. So they named it Bridget, which I think is a girl's name. And I don't know the significance of Bridget and mattresses, unless there was some girl named Bridget who slept with all the salespeople and they named the machine after her because she seemed to be an expert in sleep or in mattresses at least. I really don't know why they called it Bridget. But apparently, the lab sleep technician, quote, uh, he's uh, he's asking me questions and he's entering the information computer-wise. It's computerized. Uh, Computer-wise, he's entering the information, and the machine is supposed to tell me what my perfect mattress is. So he's asking things like, "What is your height? What is your weight? How many hours a night do you sleep? What's your average bowling score? Do you have a golf handicap? What's your shoe size? Do you prefer is it Ginger or Marianne? Which one did you like?" I Finally he says, "Okay, now we know what kind of mattress you want, a firm mattress." I said, "You went through all this crap just to tell me I want just could you have asked me if I wanted a firm mattress? I would have said, yeah, I like firm." Instead, we got to talk to a machine named Bridget. And again, I start laughing. Excuse me for laughing at you standing there in your stupid lab coat, but this is extremely funny to me. It still is, and it's getting funnier. Now, I haven't been there since this viral outbreak of social experiment love. So I don't assume that you can go lying on all the mattresses anymore to give them a try. But that used to be that used to be funny too. You walk into a mattress store and you see these complete strangers in their clothes lying on the bed, and some of them are actually starting to fall asleep. This is a very odd place. So finally, the lab technician finds me Mr. Lab Coat, who is going to save the planet with his lab rocket technology. he's, he finds me a mattress, and I said, "This is wonderful. How much is that?" And he said, "That's like $2,500. I said, "In cash or what? I mean, like, are you talking, what monetary, is it yen?" He says, "No, it's US dollars, and that's is a great mattress. You'll sleep like a baby." And I said, "Look, I had babies. They don't sleep like that. They scream, they yell, they poop their pants. You're up every 3 hours. I do not want to sleep like a baby. I want to sleep like an adult, like I am." So finally, finally, I buy one. I said, "Well, thank you for Bridget and your lab coat. By the way, you have a little ketchup stain over here. Lab coat, very, very impressive. What do you got like for $600?" Finally, we find a mattress like for $900, very, very comfortable. And he gets out his sales sheet there. Actually, he's carrying a sales sheet. He has a clipboard with him, like he's going to take me, like a camp counselor, going to take me to volleyball or something. but it's a clipboard. It looks like they're figuring out these chemical formulas for sleep, but they're just sales forms. And again, I'm laughing at him. You don't. Do you realize how ridiculous you look and how ridiculous you're acting? Uh, anyway, so I agree on one of the mattresses, and he says, okay. He says, now what you need now are pillows. I said, no, I have pillows. And he puts his chart down. He says, Ron, I'm not a sleep technician in the lab coat for nothing. I said, well, actually you are. It is for nothing, actually. He says, the mattress is most of the battle, but the pillow has to be comfortable too. Your head has to be a certain height. And I said, well, I have a Mr. Pillow at home. And he says, no, that's too cheap. You need an expensive pillow. He says, I got to make commission. How do you think I'm going to put my kids through college if you're going to buy cheap little pillows? So he sells me this highfalutin pillow. All right. And I said, good. Okay. And then he says, do you have a mattress pad cover? I said, what are you talking about? He says, well, you have to protect your mattress. What if you pee? I said, excuse me, you're a lab technician. Didn't you get the urine sample I sent you in the mail last week? A mattress cover? Doesn't the sheet go over the mattress? Isn't that a cover? He says, no, you need a mattress protector cover. So, well, how much is that? Oh, he says, that can be like, it's like $200. That's $200. Says, yeah. He says, and if you have a king size bed, you'll sleep like a king. So that didn't work out too well, but I bought one. And then he was talking about a pillow topper, which goes on the bed. Wouldn't the pillow topper go on the pillow? No. And then we got to get, oh my God, it's just, the bill just went crazy. He said, but Ron, look at it this way. It's free delivery and we remove your old mattress. Well, for $6,000, I expect probably you should. And throw in the lab coat too, why don't you? Yeah, for a good time, go to that furniture store and just stand there and laugh at all the salespeople dressed like lab technicians in lab coats. It's a scream. You'll love it. All right. How are you doing? How are we doing on time? All right, fine, whatever. Boy, it's good to be in your company again. Not so much. I actually punished myself. I had an intervention with myself a few days ago. I was driving around town here, and I was hungry. It was 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I usually don't eat at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I've been very, very good about my weight management during this entire situation here. Other people have gained weight. I've actually lost it, and I'm very proud of myself. So I do every once in a while talk to myself like it's an intervention. I remember the good old days where you're walking down the street and there's somebody on the other side of the street across the road, and they're walking down the street and they're talking to themselves, and you thought, okay, that's a crazy person. Don't go near that person. That person is freaking nuts. They're talking to themselves as they're walking down the street. We knew who was crazy back then because it was obvious. Now, fast forward to now, and you see someone walking down the street on the other side of the street and they're talking to themselves. You don't know if they're crazy or they're simply on their cell phone. I need to know exactly who is crazy at all times. That was a convenient measure of craziness. Look, he's talking to himself. Ooh, stay away from him or her. Some of you are crazy too. Anyway, so I talk to myself every once in a while when I want to punish myself. And here's what happened. I wanted some junk food. It was National Junk Food Day a couple of days or weeks ago, depending on when you're watching this. And I wanted some junk food. So I'm driving down the street and I see the Golden Arches, and I'm wondering, oh my God, I'm in St. Louis. No. It's McDonald's. Now, I hadn't been to McDonald's in 6 to 8 months. I swear, I have not. But I was craving something, and I don't want the big McDonald's Big Mac thing. I just wanted a cheeseburger. It's $1 on the value menu. That's my speed. It's like the dollar store, and they're selling hamburgers. So I go to the drive-through because I think that's all you can do still. I don't know. I have no idea because I don't go to these places. I go to the drive-through, and they're very, very nice. They're very cordial, much more cordial than I remember them years ago. Probably because they're desperate now for business. So I go through the drive-through, and I pull up to the window, and this very, very nice lady, she says, here's your burger," and I said, "Thank you very much." And I I've been very careful these days not to touch anything, but I really was driven to opening up the bag as I was driving away from the drive-up through window. And I actually opened up the hamburger, and I figured it's just a cheeseburger. Nothing's going to drip on my pants or anything. So I open it up and I start eating the cheeseburger. And as I'm eating it and driving in the car, I had an aha moment, and it was like, I'm eating a cheeseburger in the car from McDonald's. Oh my God, what happened to me? I used to be such a wonderful example of society. What happened to me? And I started yelling at myself. I was just yelling, and another car pulled up next to me at the red light and probably saw me like yelling at myself and said to themselves, "Look in that car. Turn your head away. Look, that guy's talking to himself while he's eating a cheeseburger. He's a crazy man. Don't go near that car. He's obviously crazy." Well, maybe he's on the cell phone. No, he's crazy. He's chewing himself out and yelling at himself with a hamburger. I was crazy. There's no question about it. I had a self-intervention. I things have gotten a little strange these days, haven't they? I would say so. You're probably saying to yourself, Ron, if you're at home, in your home studio, I have a home studio, by the way, thank you. Why are you wearing a suit jacket? Because I care. I, I was watching Channel 4 News a while ago, and they were interviewing people on the street and like, how are you doing during this crazy time period that we're going through? I believe it's the Eastern time zone. It's crazy. And they were stopping people on the street. By the way, only news reporters can stop people on the street, and the police apparently as well. But that's it. You can't, as a private citizen, just walk up to somebody and say, "Hi, how you doing? How are you feeling about all of this?" You can, that's a crazy person too. But if you're a news reporter and you have a microphone, you get away with amazing things. So, so they're on the news. The reporter was saying to this 20-year-old woman or girl, what's the how are you dealing with this shutdown, this social problem that we're going through? And she says, "Well, at least I can wear my yoga pants all day." And when I heard that, it was okay. This has gone too far. This has now gone too far. Here is a girl who is reveling in the fact that she can go through the entire day wearing her yoga pants. All right, I'm done. I'm done. When I heard that, that's it. It's all hell has broken loose. So I tend to want to dress up every once in a while. I'll put a jacket on and look in the mirror and say, "There you go." It's crazy, man. It really is. I met a guy at a function recently, and we were talking, and he was doctor something. We're having a long conversation. It's funny when someone introduces themselves as a doctor, or you find out that they're a doctor. Your attitude toward them is different. It's like all of a sudden you respect them. You talk differently. You try to look intellectual. You think that you're in the presence of some greatness because it's a doctor, and we feel that way. We revere these doctors as having, well, if there's a doctor, he must be incredibly educated, intelligent. My God, it's a doctor. And then in further conversation, I said, what type of doctor are you? Are you a pediatrician or internal medicine? Are you a surgeon? He says, "No, I'm a doctor of philosophy." Excuse me? "I'm a doctor of philosophy." Okay, what do you do? What do you heal theories? I mean, what uh, no, I have a doctorate and a degree, and I'm a doctor of philosophy. Okay. Uh, do you work like at Burger King on weekends? I mean, like, how do you, I mean, what do you do? I've never, I've never been to a doctor of philosophy when I needed more philosophy or I had problems with my philosophy. And that's when I realized, all right, that's it. Girl loving to wear yoga pants, people pass themselves off as doctors when they just did a couple of philosophy courses. I'm going to be a doctor. And I'm not going to actually go to school to be one because no one checks. I didn't check. I didn't say to this guy, all right, let me see your diploma. You don't do that. If someone says, if you go to a restaurant and there aren't many tables like now, you go to a restaurant and you say, yeah, so I'm Dr. Van Dam. Oh, oh, Dr. Van Dam? Oh, okay, we do have a table for you, doctor. Follow me, doctor. Uh, all you have to do is say, put the name doctor in front of your name, and amazing things will happen. And they don't check. You don't have to carry around your diploma in your wallet or your pocketbook. They don't check. They don't check to see if you're what do you practice? I don't have to practice, my friend. Just get out of it. Don't answer the question. Don't say you're a doctor of philosophy. That'll blow the whole deal. Just say you're a doctor, period, and done. They don't ask. They don't ask. But you get what you want, and you get into things fast, and they respect you. And all of a sudden, you get little things done for you because you're a doctor. You're an important person. You're more important than they are. Oh, doctor, doctor. Can I ask your opinion on something? Can people catch colds if they get wet and it's cold outside? Can you catch a cold? Well, yes, yes, no, no, yes. You don't even have to answer accurately. Just whatever you say will be taken seriously because you are a doctor. I'm running out of time, and you're running out of patience, so I think we're kind of bonding in that sense. Thank you so much for being here. I'll try to do another one of these, but I am so incredibly busy between having nothing to do and then later having nothing to do that it's on my schedule though. Between the having nothing to do things. So I'll do this again sometime, I suppose. Now listen to me, and listen to me tightly. Wear a mask when you can't be at least 6 feet away from people, please. And when you're inside, wear a mask if you don't know the people that you're with. All right? Please do that. Let's keep at least this area safe. Also, now I do this every single weekday. Go to newenglandbroadcasting.com, newenglandbroadcasting.com, any time of the day, any weekday, brand new show every single weekday. I've done over 1,600 of these things. So go there, join me on a daily basis with a new show every weekday. You can go to ronvandam.com. There's a lot of ways to find me. Google me. I'm on like 30, 40 different platforms. I'm standing on a platform. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Will you do that? I wish you peace.